What's going on, everybody? We are live for the One Pride podcast, and we got our host, MicroMike. What's going on?
I am here ready to have fun without drinking a beer, and that's what it's all about, folks. Detroit Lions football!
What's going on, Mark? How's it going, brother?
Good, fellas. What's going on today, man? What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Oh, snap. I don't know what's going on. All right, whatever. Yeah, sorry about that. We're having technical difficulties, and but we are here. So our first question of the day looks like 2 preseason games are gone and could lose all 4. What's your guys' thoughts? We'll go with you, MicroMike.
Well, my thoughts is, what's going on, Andrew Lunsford, Dat Dude Live, Jorge, Chris Cashball, the Derrn. What's going on, buddy? Hope you're having fun with your daughter. JoJo Burns, West Branch Baugh, myself, of course. Let's see, Craig Ferguson, and John Kapler. Holy smokes. We have Chastity Hudson, Shane Skidmore, West Branch Baugh. Holy smokes, the Onepridenation, Abdul Terrell, the Gridiron Blitz. What's going on, folks? If you have not hit that like button, please do so. That would be fantastic. And when it comes to looks like 2 preseason games are gone, that looks like to be the case, and that sucks, man, because first off, we don't get to see more of the gridiron on the field, not talking about blitz for 2 weeks, but more importantly, oh, man, those young guys, they need to be on the field. We need to see the development. This is important. So we don't get to see that. And I want to see the young guys. I want to see Huntley out there. Who don't want to see Huntley? You know, I want to see Penasini out there. Oh, my God. OGR Sports dropped you $19.99 super chat.
Hey, appreciate that, man. OGR. Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate that, brother.
What's good, guys? Cheers, guys. It's a pleasure working with you guys on Bobby's channel. It was a pleasure having you there as well. You know, hopefully we could get OGR. He's a Giants fan to 100 or 1,000 subscribers. He's almost there.
That's hashtag facts. If you ain't subscribed to his channel, please do so. He is a New York Giants fan. We will have him on the podcast, and we do fantasy football. I'm sure he's going to want to jump on there as well because it's all NFL teams.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mark, what about you? What about how do you feel about having 2 preseason games cut?
Well, that really sucks, man. That's it doesn't sound good at all. Just like Mike was kind of saying, how are we going to see these guys? How are these guys going to be able to have a camaraderie with their teammates on the field, and against other players too? Like we need to see these late round picks, like guys like Huntley. Like we've talked about this trucks ourselves, man, saying that, man, is Huntley going to make the team and stuff like that? Is he going to go to the practice squad? Now we're not going to see anything, like just practice. Like, okay, but I don't like it. But this is I hate to say it, but this is the new norm, I guess. They're trying to be proactive with the safety of players, and I kind of dig that. I'm okay with that, but now we're not going to see the guys that we want to see. So this is going to be really interesting. These coaches are going to have a lot of work ahead of them. I don't know how they're going to do it. Obviously, they have a game plan, so it's going to be interesting to see, guys.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, man, losing 2 preseason games, it's going to be rough, you know, because you need that time on the field, get valuable reps. You know, when you have, you know, a guy that's battling for a starting job or even a backup job, you know, they need those valuable reps. And I think everyone on the panel can almost attest to that. You need those valuable reps in order to, you know, showcase either not for even just the Detroit Lions, but even for, say, another team like maybe the New York Giants or someone else, you know, so where, you know, if you look at, you know, last season, you know, we seen LeGarrette Blunt. I'm sorry. It was Bo Scarborough. You know, it was those little reps that he was getting in preseason and, you know, and things like that, you know, brought the attention to the Detroit Lions to where they could say, hey, he might be able to be a good fit in case if an injury happens, because this is the NFL, folks. Injuries occur. So you have to have a contingency plan in case something like that happens. And with losing preseason games and all those valuable game time reps, it's going to be difficult. And, that's why I did say, a guy like a Nick Bogdan over a, what do you call it, would make the team. Over a Huntley would make the team. A guy like Agnew would make the team because those guys have been in the system. They've gotten those valuable reps. We know what they have. Now it's up to them in order to say, hey, if you don't do your job, you are gone. And we do have, 55 players. So they could still make the team, but fighting for 2 spots, between 90 players, you're fighting for 2 spots. So, it's going to be difficult, but, having those valuable reps is going to be a huge key. And, with 2 that are gone already out of the preseason games, those other 2 games, you have got to hit on all cylinders. I've always been a person that says, do not give a coach the opportunity to cut you. Find value somewhere. And when you find that value, hit it home every single time, because coaches will see that and be like, you know what, we have to keep them because, now, okay, in case if something happens, we can he can step up and we can try to test him out in some other areas, but he's still being able to, get those, being that workhorse at certain areas. Now, Mike, you said you wanted to say something?
Yes. And to hit home really hard, what do you need? You need a really stuffed, strong D. It's important.
Oh, no.
To penetrate the offensive line, you got to have a real strong D.
Not a soft D.
How do you get a strong D? It's by reps, folks. You got to have reps. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, no flaccid D's.
If you don't get the practice with the preseason, you're going to have a soft D. And we know what happens if you have a soft D. Rough. They're just sitting there. We got to be able to pound them. We got to be able to hit home and take the quarterback on with a real strong, stiff D. It's very important. The defensive line, how do we get at it? We got to get the reps for Okwara. He's a young guy. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, Okwara is going to need a lot of those reps because, he was battling injuries last year at Notre Dame. So did his brother, with the Detroit Lions. So those valuable reps are going to be crucial. You never want to have a soft D when, you got a strong offense.
We got to rough up the quarterback with a strong D.
Absolutely.
You got something like a soft D, and then you're going to have to find like an alternative. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that simple, guys. You can't go into the season with a soft D, or you're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. People start leaving. People won't talk to you. You know what I mean?
That's hashtag facts. Oh yeah, and TA hit 7K, folks. 7K. Woo!
Awesome.
TA, absolute beast mode. We love it. Leading the pack.
That's our boy. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy.
All day. He don't play unless you're on the YouTube game. He does do that.
Hey, hold on, you guys. I got something for TA.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is the big D. Strong TA. There we go. Performance enhancing drugs to get that. Yeah, you don't want to take performance enhancing drugs.
No, you don't, man. You mess with you mess with your heart and stuff.
Yeah. Messing with performance.
Your performance just won't be good.
All right, so our second question is Yahoo Sports places the Lions in the bottom 6. What's your guys' thoughts? We'll go with you, Mark Orum.
Boo! I think that's a bad list there. I'm looking at this list and I don't understand it too much, man. How are the how are the New York Jets better than us? Like, I guess, like, I don't know, they beat us like last year. Was it last year they beat us?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, but like, I can't see the Jets being better than us. I guess it goes by what happened in 2019, but I know we're better than the Jets. We're better than the Redskins. Man, like, I don't agree with this at all. Oakland Raiders, come on, man. Like, you know, like, I'm not saying that we should be right up there at all. We did have a terrible season last year, but man, at least I would say we shouldn't bottom 10, maybe, like, you know, like 32. What we should be about 22nd, maybe 23rd. I think we got gypped on that one, guys. I don't like that one at all, man. I think that's wrong. Who wrote that, by the way? Who did that?
Yahoo, they're trash.
Yahoo, eh? That was Yahoo, eh?
Yahoo.
No, man. We deserve a bit better than that. Like, I know our record doesn't prove it, but I think we're better than the teams I mentioned.
Absolutely. What about you, Mike? What you think about this?
I love it. I love it. I want every single sports writer to just give us the absolute worst grade. Will it help us? Yeah. I don't know, but I like the disrespect because this is Detroit, where disrespect seems to fly our way all the time, no matter what. Mm-hmm. The more disrespect, in my opinion, would help us out. And because I like to have something, a chip on my shoulder. When everything's down and people want to down you, I love having that chip on my shoulder and going at it. So let's go. We have to win, though, in all honesty. We have to win. If we want the narrative changed and we don't want these garbage results of 3s and 13s or 4s and whatever and 5 wins, then win on the field. Win on the field. So I don't care what every single sports writer say. At the end of the day, it is up to the 55 men on that roster. It's up to the coaches on this team to bring this team and change the narrative. It's on them. They haven't done it so far. They haven't done it. But we got to do it. If you want that narrative change, then win football games. Win. That's on you, players. That's on you, coach. The disrespect's been hitting us for so long. And do I think we're going to be better? Yeah, but they need to prove it on the field. They need to prove it. They need to get a strong D because we've been having a soft one for a long time.
MicroMike with the mic drop.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, I'm going to have to agree with Mike. Keep bringing that disrespect, you know, because when we smash the mouse and put bodies on the ground, hey, it's going to be beautiful because you know what? We've been down for far too long. And you know what? It is our time. The time is now. On the other side of pain is glory. And you know what? Detroit has been going through pain since 1957. Mm-hmm. We got a glimpse of glory in 1991. It is our time right now.
Woo! Woo! I love it.
Yes.
Rip it up, Trox. I love it.
Man, I am so sick and tired of these people clowning us, thinking that we're all insignificant and irrelevant. You know what? Hey, bring it. Just bring it. Because
that's
you know
Detroit,
what?
Baby. That's Detroit. That's backbone of the world. The most disrespect city in America. We coming regardless. We are blue collar. We don't play. I love the disrespect. I love it. We're blue collar, we wear blue uniform, and we have to do it the hard way. I don't want no easy way.
Fact.
I want the hard way. And that's what it's all about, folks. One pride till I die.
Gotta drink that Lions Kool-Aid.
I'm breaking through walls with that blue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So our next question is Cam Newton. Okay, what would Cam Newton being signed with the Lions do? And should we have signed him? I think that question was all miswritten, but my bad. So we'll go with MicroMike.
Butcher's Block dropped you a $4.99 super chat. He says, whoever timed out OGR, I'm going to ban you. And when I find you, dude dropped a $20 spot and someone timed him out. Best believe I'm going to be watching that chat.
Okay, hold on. OGR, I'm going to do something. You guys take it over real quick.
Yeah, I got this. I got to answer the question anyway. So when it comes to Cam Newton, this is interesting. This is interesting because his contract wasn't that big. It's late an incentive contract. So, man, with that type of contract, yeah, I would have took Cam Newton. Imagine Cam Newton and Darrell Bevell if Stafford got hurt. If Stafford got hurt, would I have him over Stafford? No. But would you have Cam Newton over Mike Daniels? Yes. Yes. Can I get some of that Kool-Aid, OGR? Another $4.99 super chat. My God, I hope you're on my channel on Thursday. But yeah, man, Cam Newton. First off, shout out to the Patriots and Cam Newton. Perfect spot for him. But yeah, with the contract that he got, it would have been suitable for sure. For sure. But at the end of the day, do you think he would want to be a backup? He knows he's going to go to New England and be the starter, man. So, come on, man. Come on. He's going to be the starter over there. Cam Newton. So, he probably wouldn't have came here for that type of contract. That's the Patriots. It's a different thing. So, in the terms of contract that we would have to give him, no. In terms of the contract that he got and being the starter, yes, that's a perfect situation for him.
Facts. What about you, Mark Orum?
Yeah, man. Two names. Matthew Stafford and Jarrett Stidham. That's what it's all about, right? Cam Newton never would have came to Detroit. Personally, I probably would have liked to see a Cam Newton in Detroit, but he knows that, just like Mike said, he knows that he's going to New England and he knows that he's going to start over Jarrett Stidham. There's no way that he'll lose. He should not lose anyways, unless his shoulder is bad, but he does look good in those workouts that he's posted on Instagram. His ankle looks good. His legs look good. But that's the thing. Would he come to Detroit to be a backup? I don't think he'd ever even dream about doing it because, A, he's not going to beat out Stafford. He won't beat him out. Not at this time in the game. So it'd be really interesting to see as a fan. I don't mind him. He's he's done some things in the past in the football field that you don't really like, but as a backup quarterback, man, why not? Especially with the money that he just got, $7.5 million in incentive deal there. So bonuses and all that stuff. So I would have liked it, but I just don't think he would have personally done it himself he's just a little bit, he's not too much of a team guy. JoJo
Burns is on fire, man. His comment is facts right there. That I see that being the fact. Yes, I think he's got fire in his eyes in regards to Cam Newton. He wants to be the starter, and I think he's going to do a fantastic job over there in New England.
Absolutely.
For
sure. I actually like the signing that the Patriots did. Cam Newton is on a mission. He's been, talked down upon the media. Fans saying that he's lost it. I'm one of them. I did say that Cam lost it and things like that. So he's going to come out. He's going to get himself right. And he's going to come out and actually, I have a funny feeling he's going to be a dark horse for possible an MVP. He got still a great talent on the New England Patriots. He's going to come in and, only thing he's going to have to do really is, sorry about that, guys. Is going to probably have to learn that system. Outside of that, once he learns that system, I think he's going to be, on the grounds running. And, it was a great signing. You lost Tom Brady and you go get another NFL MVP caliber player in Cam Newton. And, it's going to be, they're going to be a tough team to play against because they still got the same defense. They still got the same offense. It's just going to be a different person at the helm starting at quarterback. So, I mean, it's a great signing for Detroit. It would be extremely, extremely hard to put him here because let's face it, guys, he's a starting caliber quarterback.
Yeah.
He's been to a Super Bowl starting in the NFL. And we got Matthew Stafford. So his fit here was never, was never a possibility.
I'm just happy that he's I'm just happy. Oh my God. Give me a large blueberry. Another $4.99 super chat by Butcher's Block. Troxel Sports Talk gets the best super chats of anyone in ISN. This guy rocks out with his Lions socks out.
Nice. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Bobby. Appreciate that, OGR. Says, what flavor Kool-Aid you got? Give me that large blueberry. Hey, we got a whole bunch of blue Kool-Aid, and we got enough for the whole entire chat. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. And I tell you what, you know what I'm really happy about this Cam Newton signing? It's not with Chicago.
Yes.
I still was feared about that. I just felt like if Cam Newton went to Chicago, that would have been a perfect fit and a perfect middle finger to Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know
Thank
what,
God
too?
that
Like,
their organization was not thinking of Cam Newton and they're thinking about Nick Foles, because I'm happy about that.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what else, guys? You know what else? The thing about the Chase Daniel signing, a lot of people like to bash on Quinn for that signing, for signing him to a 3-year deal. His second year, like next year for Chase Daniel, is a real nice out. It's a real nice out. So it's not like we're going to have to burn a ton of cash and keep him around. I think it's like $2 million or something like that for next year, just to cash him out. You know what I mean? So it's not like everybody calm down about ripping on Bob Quinn about signing Chase Daniel.
Okay. I don't hate the Chase Daniel pick. I think he's better than Orlowski. I think he's better than Driscoll. I think we got hair here of Moses, Troxel, Moses talk.
Man, you're gonna be parting the wave soon, brother.
Hey, you said you wanted to part like the Red Sea. I see you.
That's facts on facts, man. That's facts on facts.
Yeah.
But our next question is Sports Illustrated listed Frank Ragnow was named Lions' most underrated player. Is he? We'll start with you, Mark.
Yeah, I absolutely love this, man. He's turned out to be one of the best centers. He's the top 5, top 6 center in the league right now, and it's good that he's getting a little bit of recognition. The kid's only given up like 2 sacks in like 2 years or something along the line, or maybe it was last year. But this is a guy that came in as a rookie, moved to guard because Glasgow was our center, learned from a really good O-lineman actually in Glasgow. It would have been nice if Glasgow could have stuck around too, by the way, but that's a whole other show. It's good that he did that because he learned to guard, but he went back to center his second year in 2019 and he shined. And it's nice to see a guy like that get a lot of recognition because a lot of people did not like that signing that draft pick when we drafted him a few years ago. A lot of people were like, man, a center guard? Like, no, wait, that's terrible. So I thought the pick was really good. And I'm glad that a guy like that's getting recognition.
Absolutely. What about you, MicroMike?
Are you kidding me? The most underrated player, Frank Ragnow. I can tell you who's the most underrated player. Christian Jones. Oh, wait. I thought we were talking about the worst player, F-rated. Oh, man. Yeah, man. I get it. Frank Ragnow, to me, is a fantastic player. I actually love the pick when they picked Frank Ragnow. Yes! Offensive line, the big uglies, they never get the credit that they deserve. Frank Ragnow, he's playing all the time. He could play guard too. It's not like he just does center. So he can play guard, he can play center. We need to build the offensive line. How many times have we talked about that? It's important to have the big uglies. Frank Ragnow, underappreciated. I don't think in Detroit though. I think he's very much well loved in Detroit. Maybe outside of Detroit, definitely underrated, underappreciated. And I can definitely see why he would be ranked the most underrated player on the team. Another underrated player to me is Bo Scarborough. How can this guy not be underrated, man?
Yeah.
All he did was 4.2 yards per carry out of nowhere. And when he was getting the ball, he was getting the yards. When Kerryon had the ball, let's be honest here, he was running into a wall. When Bo got the ball, he was running players into walls. Yeah. And so this idea that he is not a quality player for the Detroit Lions, or I don't like it, man. But yeah, I can see Frank being the guy who's considered the underrated player for our beloved, the great Honolulu Blue and Silver Detroit Lions.
It won't be for long. It won't be for long because he's going to be one of the best in the biz. Not for long. You know what I mean?
Yep. Just like Darius Slay was an underrated player. He didn't go to the Pro Bowl for the first couple of years, and that's just the bottom line when it comes to the NFL.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Is there any underrated players we want to talk about too? I could see a very good underrated player, Tracy Walker.
Yes.
This guy is good to me. He's a very good safety. He gets turnovers, a very underrated player. You got Bo Scarborough. You got Frank Ragnow. You got Marvin Hall, deep ball Hall. Extremely underrated player. I love this guy. Travis, who's underrated to you that we don't talk about? Could it be Stephon Logan? Could it be Never Lawson? Could it be Dante Culpepper? You know, the greats of whoever worn the Honolulu Blue and Silver.
Well, for one, I gotta say my guy.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I gotta do it.
Don't do it. No.
Nick Bogdan.
No.
Everybody wants him gone.
No.
Everybody wants him gone.
No.
Everybody wants him gone.
No.
This dude is a tank. He is 6'3", 245 pounds. The dude will hit a person and knock them backwards, having our running backs moving forward. And I love that. I need my running game to perform at a high level so we can take pressure off of Matthew Stafford, and it will open up the deep balls to Marvin Halls, to Kenny Golladay's, to the pizza that MicroMike's eating. You know, but another underrated play though was Corey Schlesinger, man. That dude was a tank.
Yes.
I love me some Corey Schlesinger.
He may be one of the most underrated Lions to ever wear a uniform. You
Facts.
think about it. That guy was a freaking bowling ball, man.
Yeah,
he would bust you up like no other.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, that's I love those kind of players because, you know, if you look back at a lot of Detroit teams, and I hate to kind of intertwine different, you know, teams and stuff like that, but look at the 2004 NBA Detroit Pistons. They had a bunch of nobodies. They came together and made a somebody. It's called a champion. And that's what Detroit Lions need. They need a band of outcasts that says, you know what? Forget everybody else. They doubted us.
Facts.
You know, they don't want to put our names in their mouth. Facts. So, hey, let's go out and win a championship. Now they got to talk about us.
Facts. You can't see this because it's actually green, but I'm dropping a invisible bottle. That's all facts there. That's all facts. It's important to have these players that nobody talks about yet consistently performs, because that's how you win games, is these guys out of nowhere. Bo Scarborough, Marvin Hall came out of nowhere. Yep. I mean, you have these players help you win. It's not just the named guys, the big guys on the ugly offensive line. The Frank Ragnows, hopefully Halapalooty Vaitai. Hopefully we can get Jackson in there and help push the pile. It's important to have piles push. You got to push extremely hard, and you keep pushing and you keep pushing and you just push.
And keep pushing
and win.
Oh yeah,
because the cream does float to the top.
That's one of the best videos ever, man. With Macho Man Randy Savage. That's one of them.
That's facts.
The cream rises to the top, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's facts. That's facts.
So the next question is, Megatron will be on the Glover Quinn podcast tomorrow night. If you get one question answered from Megatron, what would it be? We'll start with you, MicroMike.
Woo! First off, I'm going to say, Calvin Johnson, I appreciate you giving me a shout out on a video to me and my family. because that's what you're going to see in the chat. And that will be awesome. Again, I'm going to say thank you, Megatron, for giving me a shout out when no one thought you would. That's important. Secondly, I want to know, Megatron, I want to know what spurned you from Detroit? Is it the general manager? Was it just the money? I am curious on that. I want to know what's going on because he's one of the greats. I want him to be in the Hall of Fame, not just in the Hall of Fame, but also the Detroit Lions Hall of Fame. I want this rift to end between these two because I love Megatron. Megatron is a fantastic person, and I want to know what happened, and is there any way it can get fixed? Megatron, is it please? Because you got Glover Quinn and Megatron, who I want to see Detroit Lions Hall of Famers. It'd be a great time to get that question answered. It'd be a fantastic time to hear what the man's got to say. And so I want to know what it was that did that.
Absolutely. And what about you, Mark Orum?
Yeah, guys, I was thinking about this one myself pretty good on when these questions came up. First off, I'm a huge Megatron fan. One of my favorite players of all time. Loved watching him play. But like Mike said, like I got a couple questions now, but like Mike said, what I really would love to know, what happened? Like it has to be something it had to be more than just like $1 million or $1 million and change signing bonus. That is why that you guys are just not even speaking to each other. There has to be more to this story. It's actually really disturbing because, man, that guy, he literally bled on the field for us. And there was times where he couldn't even like practice and they would just let him not practice. He couldn't get out of bed in the morning. His hands were completely mangled from footballs. Mm-hmm. But what happened? Just like Mike said, like what spurned you guys? Like what it's really weird to me how that just it can't be just because of money, because it's not a lot of money, guys. It's a very small bonus, and the Lions won't give it to him for some reason. And and Megatron never talked for 9 years that he was there, 9-10 years that he was a Lion. He never said a word. Then he came out and he just trashed the organization in magazines, online, and interviews, all that stuff. What happened? There's got to be more to the story, guys.
Facts on facts.
Yeah.
Facts on facts. I do want to send a special shout out to Tyler Sawa. What's going on, brother?
What's up, bro?
What's going on? I haven't seen you on here. Make sure you subscribe to everyone on the panel. We do live shows every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Tyler's the one that was on the One Pride podcast.
Oh my God.
That's Tyler.
That's because I must have had a little bit of too much Kool-Aid in there knocking me out, brother. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Antonio Hightower, I did send you a link because he was supposed to be on today. My apologies. So Antonio Hightower, if you still want to be on, I did send you a link and we can catch you up on questions as well. But the one question I would love to ask Calvin Johnson is, would he ever come back
to play?
Ooh.
I think he could. I think that man could still play.
No,
I don't know if he would. I don't know if he would, but I would love to know if he would still come back to play, even if it's not with the Detroit Lions. I just would love to see him come back.
Yeah. There was like rumblings of him apparently going to Atlanta a couple years back. That's where he's from, or that's where he played.
Sick.
He went to Georgia Tech. I remember the rumblings of that, and maybe a little bit of the Raiders too. But I don't know, man. He was pretty beat up, Trucks, when he left. He couldn't even get out of bed, man, at times. So it would be interesting. I just want to see him come back into the building, man. I would love to go to a game and just see him walking out of the tunnel. Imagine that, man. Imagine the people. You know what I mean? Imagine the people, man. He fought with the franchise, man. They were going back and forth, and all of a sudden they just make amends. It would be something special to see.
Facts.
Have you ever seen Calvin Johnson in person? He's a big dude.
I have. I went to training camp. His last training camp. His very last training camp. I was there. Nice. And man, he put on a show. Him and I'll tell you what though. Shout out to Darius Slay, though. That dude is one hilarious person. We're practicing Oh my goodness. He was joking around with Rashawn Mathis and things like that. Had me dying over there.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
an
just like,
entertainer. He's an entertainer for sure.
Remember when Drew Stanton threw him the touchdown against the Chicago Bears and Megatron did that like 40-yard touchdown? I was at that game, man. I was there live. I was like, oh my God. That was a ridiculous game, man.
Woo.
And it was fun, man. See, that dude's a big human being. He's definitely got a strong D if he could play defense. There's no doubt about it. That thing ain't sideways like his finger. That thing.
How do you know, man?
I've never seen him play. I've seen him play defense a couple times. What are you thinking about, man? Another question I would ask Megatron is: you got nearly or over $100 million. Why haven't you got surgery on your finger, bro? That thing is like this.
He probably
get it fixed.
He probably can't.
Yeah.
If you see a lot of those, if you see a lot of those old school offensive linemen and stuff like that, even just regular football players, their hands are absolutely jacked.
Facts.
So I don't know, man. Sometimes that's unfixable.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the times though, it's because you got to re-break it in order to re-put it back into place.
Yeah.
You know, so that could also be another reason. But yeah, Mark, that is hashtag facts.
Yeah,
even in like the NBA or any professional sport. I mean, look at hockey. Even, you know, those guys' hands and teeth and scars and stuff like that. Like, oh my goodness, like
mangled, bro, mangled.
Yeah. You know, that's why one thing I do love is old school sports, man. They used to go at it and not give a darn about anybody besides their teammates and their coach and the city that they played in.
Yeah, and they were smoking cigarettes and drinking beers on the sideline at the same time doing it.
Facts.
Man.
Facts. They were gangsters back then, man.
For sure, man.
They were G's, man. They were G's. Mean Joe Green got people chopping their fingers off to play a game. You got some crazy stuff back in that day. Holy moly.
Facts.
They were straight G.
So the next question is the top 5 best offensive player for Detroit. We'll go with you, Mark.
Top 5 current guys?
Yeah.
Current?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Like, who do I think is going to be top 5 or just who?
Your top 5.
My top 5 guys. Well, everybody knows the number 9's in the building. Everybody knows that I got Matthew Stafford as my number 1 guy for sure. We all know what he can do. Then I got Kenny Golladay as my number 2, probably. It would be Golladay, then it would be MJ, Marvin Jones. Then I got to go Swift, and then I personally want Hawkinson to be my number 5 guy. So that's 5 guys that I think are going to be real big keys. Oh yeah, nice. I like that. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Stafford to Hock. Let's go.
That's right.
That's a connection right there. That's going to be a good connection this year, man. Hock's working hard. I just saw him. Did you guys see the Instagram things on him? He's working with Kittle right now, real hard.
Oh yeah. I seen that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's put some size on, man. He looks really good. I'm super excited for Hawkinson. especially Hawkinson because I already know Golladay and MJ can take care of business. I already know that.
Yeah.
So Swift and Hawkinson, those are the 2 guys that I'm really looking at this year to step up and just show what they can do.
Yeah.
Hawkinson has to come back, guys, and show why he was picked 8th overall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, facts. What about you, MicroMike?
TJ Hawkinson, number 5. I think this guy is going to be a baller tight end for us. I think that's a fantastic player. Stafford is going to throw him the football. He's going to get yards. He's going to get more touchdowns. He's going to get first downs. That is why we drafted him 8th overall. DeAndre Swift, 2nd round pick, number 4 for me. This guy is going to be running, profiling, styling, getting first downs, going out of the backfield, going in between the tackles. To me, this guy is going to be a game changer, making that defense rest up. I absolutely love it. Kenny Golladay, number 3. Kenny G. He is a baller for a wide receiver. You've seen the video I did about his contract, and he's going to get paid like a G. He's going to get a lot of G's, matter of fact, and he's going to help us get a lot of touchdowns this year and win football games. Number 2, Matthew the Stat Stafford. Number 9, taking command of this offense, spreading the ball around, being a general like Peyton Manning. He's going to get us first downs, touchdowns, win football games. We can do it on the ground in the fourth quarter, so he doesn't have to do a Stafford comeback. And absolutely, number 1, 2. This is easy for the offensive weapon for us. The best weapon is Decker. No, he's not. I'm just playing. He's not my number 1. But number 1 is Darrell Bevel, man. This dude is going to really make this offense a lot better. If you heard him talk about he loved seeing this big, ugly, strong offensive line. That got me hyped up, man. I dropped the video. I was insane because I want this team to run the football, and Darrell Bevel has this mindset. Finally, run the football. We've been saying it forever. Run the football. Run the football. What does it say? Beef up the offensive line and run the football. Be mean, being ugly, push it, pound the rock. And Darrell Bevel is going to finally bring a balanced offense as long as these guys can stay healthy. But guess what? We have DeAndre Swift. We have Kerryon Johnson and Bo Scarborough. It's not like we just have one guy that we got to depend on due to injury. This is what he does. He's going to make a balanced offense. We're going to see the play action like we did. We're going to see flea flickers. We're going to see a better offensive scheme than we've seen in years past, even better than last year, because last year we had Driscoll and we have David Blau. Now we got Matthew Stafford in addition to DeAndre Swift and a better offensive line. To me, it finally works. Without Darrell Bevel, we're not doing anything. Our offense was top 5 when Matthew Stafford before he went down. It was top 10 when Matthew Stafford went down. It's important for him to be the offensive coordinator, unlike KFC, unlike we've seen in years past. Darrell Bevel is my favorite player on this offense.
Preach, Mike.
Woo!
Hey, that was a mic drop explosion.
Woo, it's a good one, buddy.
Woo!
And you know what else Bevel's going to do? Bevel's also gonna. He's also going to win himself. He's also going to land himself a head coaching job with this offense. By the way,
facts.
I think he could too. And if we suck in the beginning of the year, he's going to land it real quick in Detroit.
hey, man. Okay, ba-boom. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
So the Derrn did come out and gave the top 5. He said number 1 is Matthew Stafford. Number 2 is Frank Ragnow. Number 3 is Kenny Golladay. 4 is Jones. And 5 is Hock. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that.
I like it, Derrn.
I definitely got Frank Ragnow. I definitely got, DeAndre Swift. I got TJ Hawkinson, obviously, because, for 1, I got his jersey. And 2, I got the pick right. So
yeah,
absolutely. And I wish we had one for defense because my number 1 would be Jeff Okudah.
Yeah.
But
Jeff Okudah. Right.
I'm gonna actually say a top 5. I'm gonna say Jamal Agnew. I think he's the biggest wild card.
Ooh, okay.
And
okay.
And then you know me.
No, Mike. You better not do Nick Bodden as a top 5.
Oh my God, bro!
You cannot do this.
My number 5.
You can't. You're not allowed to.
My number 5.
You're nuts, bro.
My number 5.
Oh God! Please don't do it.
You cannot be Bodden. You're telling me.
Don't do it, bro.
Is Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God. If I could throw this at you and it landed on your head, if you would have said Nick Bodden is a top 5.
I was starting to sweat, man. I was starting to drizzle. I was starting to sweat a bit, guys. I thought, oh my God, he's going to say it, man. He's going to do it. He's going to drop the NB. He's going to drop Bodden. No.
Bodden's not going to be in the top 55, in my opinion. He's going to be dropping the roster, making him top 5.
Hey, I do have him in my top 6, though. He is number 6. He is number 6. He's going to be the most underrated player. Mark my word on that.
Are you saying that with a straight face, bro?
Hey, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I love it. Trox. It's definitely
I love it too, brother. I love it too, man.
Hey, if I'm wrong and he's not on the team, and he gets signed somewhere else, I'll let the subscribers deal with my with what
No
I'm
one gonna
have to
mess
deal.
with you, man.
No. I'm gonna let them do what, like, if they want me to smash a pie in my face, I will smash a pie in my face.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta do
Ooh,
stuff
I'd
like
do that even if you're
Like-
right.
Like, oh yeah, hey,
Melamo. Nick, his number 5 is Nick Bodden. His number 4 is Nick Bodden without a shirt. His number 3 is Nick Bodden without shirt and pants. His number 2 is Nick
no, he
Bodden.
gotta have pants.
He's gotta have pants.
Gotta have pants.
Oh my god.
That'd be no more locked doors.
Oh man, Trox, you're the greatest. You're the goat of this thing. I love it, man. I love
Now
it.
I'm gonna have Nick Bodden nightmares tonight, guys. Jeez. I'm gonna have a Bodden nightmare. That guy better not be standing. That guy better not be standing in my bedroom with his shirt off in my bed.
Hey, he better not be placed on the defense with that soft defense.
If he's
big enough to play linebacker.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
It will be like the Titanic for Travis. If they don't let go as the blue diamond gets thrown in the ocean. Do-do-do.
Oh, God.
Oh,
It'll be like it'll be the version of Notebook in Detroit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick Bodden loves you, bro. He appreciates everything you do.
hey, I would love to do an interview with Nick Bogdan. So, Nick Bogdan, if you
That'd be
ever,
great.
if you ever watching, hey, your biggest fan, that you are my next jersey that I'm going to buy. Please do a what do you call it? Interview with me, because man, I would love to pick your brain.
I will do everything in my godly power to get Nick Bodden to do an interview with you with a signed jersey. I am not going to lie. I'm going to do everything in my power because this may be his only fan. That's big of a fan. And everyone needs a fan.
Yeah.
Imagine him if he joined ISN.
That'd be sweet, man. Hey guys.
Hey, you got a spot anytime, Nick.
Yeah.
Come
hey,
join
speaking
ISN.
of speaking about interviews, guys, do you guys follow Kerryon Johnson on Twitter? There was a guy asking him I think it was today. There was a guy asking him today if he could be on his podcast, and he was literally giving out information on how to do it. Kerryon Johnson came back to the guy and was like, "This is all you got to do." Blah blah blah. I think I tagged you guys in Twitter, so go look at that, man. Okay. So he's actually giving out hints on how to ask for him to go on a podcast. So you never know, man. You never know.
Out of nowhere, I got a Twitter message, and it attached me or Will Harris.
That same one.
The Will Harris attached me to it, and Ty Johnson to do a group chat. I was like, "What in the world did this come from, man?"
I got that same one, Mike.
Crazy, man. I don't know if it was
Was it real?
I think it's fake.
No, it was the real people. It was the real people.
Was it?
Yeah, it was legit real people. It was Ty Johnson legitimately, and his legitimately was Harris. It was to them. I just don't know if it was a hack.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got that same one. And the person that added me, Will Harris, left the group. Like,
yeah, that's what I was. What the heck is this, man?
Oh,
that's cool. Yeah, man.
Okay, top 5 defensive player for Detroit. We'll go with you, MicroMike.
Ooh, I like this one. You know what? And it may not be specifically kind of what you expect, but I think Amani Owarie, I really think this guy is going to be a good player for our team, even though he may not be on the field all the time initially, but I think he's going to play a big role for this defense. Tracy Walker, number 4. This guy, like I said, man, he's underrated. This guy is a really good safety. If he can stay on the field, he's a turnover machine. The guy just have a knack for getting turnovers for our Detroit Lions. I just think he's a fantastic player. Look, Deshaun Hand. This guy is a baller. He's on this lineup. He's with this team. That defensive line is going to be game-changing, much different than it was the last couple of years. This guy is young stud. I absolutely love what he's bringing to the table for our beloved Detroit Lions. Jeff Okuda, number 2. Yes, he's a rookie. Yes, but this guy has got the size, speed, the athleticism, the arm length, and he is, again, is a turnover type of player. And what's good about him is his knowledge. This guy takes in everything that he's told like he is a computer. I love those type of individuals that don't assume they know everything. They think they're always right. He's not that type of person. He doesn't always think he's right, and he doesn't point fingers if something doesn't go right. He just seems like an informational guy. Number 1, Christian Jones. This guy is always open. Oh, sorry. We're talking about defensive play. Christian Jones is definitely by far the worst player. He is definitely not in my top 5, no doubt about it. Oh, my God. We
got Antonio Hightower in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Oh, what's up, guys?
What's going on, brother?
Brother?
Yeah, I was dealing with some technical difficulties.
Oh,
yes.
I was dealing with some technical difficulties, but I had to come in
and say hello. You had to come and say hello. So for my number 1 defensive player for our Detroit Lions, it's addition by subtraction, Corey Unlin. What we had in Paul Pasqualoni was trash. I mean, beyond trash.
Mike, don't make me take your tags, your mod tags off, because that is a curse word on my channel.
Oh, okay. Paul Pepperoni.
There we go.
Guy was trash, man. And I don't know what Corey Unlin brings. I just know that Pepperoni was trash.
hey, it's an automatic what do you call it? Upgrade.
Automatic addition by subtraction. It's just like when we got Daryl Bevel. A lot of people were a little confused. I said he's my MVP, even though we did not see what he did on the field when we just hired him. I said addition by subtraction. KFC was absolute gutter trash. We get Daryl Bevel. He ended up being a straight monster. I think this is, I don't know if he's not going to be that big of an upgrade in regards to going from complete nearly 31st ranked defense all the way to, the top like we did with Daryl Bevel, but it's going to be much better. I mean, what we were seeing last year was just so bad that anything with the pulse, with 2 legs, that runs the coordinator job for our defense is the MVP to what we had last year when it calls to Pepperoni, because that guy was not getting it done.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. We'll go with you, Mark.
My top 5 guys. I'll go number 5. Deshaun Hand. I want to see this kid play like he did as a rookie. It's time to shake that injury label on him, and I really want to see this kid win a spot. I want to see him either win a spot at D tackle or even win a spot somehow at defensive end, because I think he's very versatile. He can do both. And then I like Julian Okwara. This is the guy that I absolutely loved coming out of Notre Dame. He was an absolute steal for the Lions in the 3rd round, in my opinion. This is a kid that can get to the quarterback. He can play coverage. He can cover a linebacker. I mean, he can cover tight end. He can cover a running back. He does it all.
You know what?
We're not hearing me?
No, that.
Okay, we can.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you better now.
Okay. And then for number 3, Jamie Collins. This is a guy that came in. He's going to be he's probably going to take over that leadership role. Hopefully he wears the green dot a little bit. It seems like it's going to go to Tavai a lot this year, but I really want to see Jamie Collins take over that linebacker room, and I'm sure he will. And then number 2, Desmond Trufant. I want to see this guy come in, and I want to see him be a mentor, but I want to see him ball out.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're going robo.
He's nothing special, and
Get that?
Yeah, you went robo on us.
Optimus Prime.
No, it is robo.
No, we can't hear you. How about you get that thing fixed real quick and we go on?
Total robot.
What do you think, Antonio Hightower?
All right. So what was the question again? It was top 5 defensive players.
Yes, sir.
Number 5. Well, I think the top 5. I think it's going to be the top 5 defensive players.
Babe?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. In
Top
your
five
opinion.
I don't
defensive
know.
players.
It's going in and out.
I guess first I'm gonna go with Okuda.
Okay.
No, I think Okuda's gonna go first. You know, his change of direction is nice. I like the way he plays press man. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He doesn't have elite speed. He's not like Marcus Lattimore or anything, but he has crazy change of direction skills. The way he plays the ball is pretty well. He's also a run defender in a class in which nobody plays the run. None of them did. They would just like they would just look at the run. I guess in number 4, I guess I would have put Tracy Walker. Tricky because he's so versatile, man. He can. I remember in the Eagles game, the whole game they was double teaming Zach Ertz. They was running bracket coverage the whole game, and at some point in the fourth quarter, they just put Tracy Walker on him, and you didn't hear his name at all. Zach Ertz did nothing. He can cover tight ends. He can be a middle safety. He's big enough to play in the box. He can play in the slot. He can literally do anything. Even when he was coming out of college, a lot of people thought he could convert to corner, which, reminds you a lot of like a Devil McCourty from the Patriots. That's pretty much what the role he plays. Number 3, I guess, would have to be Tavai, because Tavai not the most athletic guy in the world, but he's a strong guy. He's not the most athletic guy in the world, but he knows what he's supposed to do. And that's why he's better than Jarrad Davis, even though Jarrad Davis is so much more athletic, because Tavai has football IQ. He's more long as a football player than Jarrad Davis, which is kind of sad, actually. He offers some ability in the pass rush. I like the way he attacks blocks. He's pretty strong at the point of attack for a linebacker, even though he's 250. I guess number 2 would have to be Julian Okwara. Man, I'm a big fan of that guy. He's not the biggest guy in run defense. Part of that is because he doesn't have the strongest legs in the world. And after he broke his leg, it's probably not going to be anywhere you really want it to be till like next year, because this year he's going to be rehabbing to get back from an injury. But that man has everything. He has elite length, arms are almost as long as what's his name, AJ Epinesa, but he's shorter than him. So that means he can explode under offensive lineman's pass easier than, say, AJ Epinesa. Not only that, his upper body strength is extremely overrated. That man has some real upper body strength. You can see clips about him going against Mekhi Becton. There's clips about him going against Isaiah Wilson. Mekhi Becton, 364 pounds. Isaiah Wilson, 350 pounds. Julian Okwara, 250 pounds soaking wet, treating them like paper bags, pushing them into the backfield. Then, number 1 got to be Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers is really underrated at this point. Before he got injured, well, first of all, he came into the season injured. I don't even think he had a full practice before that Arizona game. He came to the season injured. Not only that, he was only pass rusher that people cared about, even injured. In that Chargers game, they double teamed him pretty much the whole game. And he didn't even have a good Arizona game. And this is him back from injury. He played really well. He got 7 sacks coming back from injury. Before he got injured, during the season, he was one of the most top 5 double-teamed players in the league. That's higher than guys like a Khalil Mack. Top 5, yet put up almost 60 pressures. He put up the best stats of his career with a worse defense, with worse talent around him, being double-teamed the most in the league, and coming into the season injured, and getting injured during the season because he got injured in that Cowboys game when he ran into Devon Kennard. So I guess that's my top 5 list.
That's nice, man. That's a good list.
Hey, that is a legit mic drop.
Absolutely
that is a legit
stunning.
mic drop. And you guys made me and you guys made me go last. I see how it is.
Yeah, we're definitely giving you the Montreal screw job, if you get the feeling there.
No, my top 5. I will say Tracy Walker. I will say Jelani Tavai. I will say Deshaun Hand. I'm gonna say Jeffrey Okuda, and I'm gonna say Amani Warrior. Those 5 guys, and I still want to even put Jared Davis in that mix, and I want to put Jamie Collins in that mix. the transformation of Jared Davis's physique, you're gonna notice him. Now, can he have that same IQ that a Jelani Tavai can have? Guys like that. But I feel like he's out of place. Throw him on the outside, on the opposite side of Tavai, on the opposite side of Jamie Collins, and I think that team can be Stack City, and that would keep MicroMike's guy, Christian Jones, off that field.
Man, if we keep Christian Jones off the field, Trox, I think that's the most important thing. But when it comes to Jared Davis, he said we're going to see him. You are correct. We are going to see him launching his body into no one, just like he's been doing for years. And hopefully we don't see that, though.
I mean, you see, but if you put him on the outside, he'd be able to go on the outside edge of
Facts.
of your defensive ends. So all he has to do is go straight, bend over, and drive home.
It's always good to go straight when they bend over to go home.
So, always, guys, always. Wow, like a turn for the worse.
Wow.
It
took a turn for the worst.
It took a bend for the worst.
Jesus, fellas.
Travis, Trox. Oh my God.
You guys, man. You guys are crazy.
Woo! Woo! Shining
man. I did not mean it like that, you guys.
It came out of your mouth. It came out of your mouth. Hey, what's going on, Drew C? Welcome to the chat, man.
Oh, man. You guys got me over here crying.
Hey, adios, Rick H. Have yourself a fantastic day, brother.
All right, Rick. Appreciate that, Drew C. What's going on, brother? But, man, hey, what I meant was, you got to, like, an offense or defensive player, the quickest way is you got to, either hit a quick swim move, dip your hip and get that bend. And then when you explode out that bend, okay, here's the defense, or here's the offensive line, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you go in, okay? Really, guys?
I want to know.
I'm gonna
about.
Join this.
I feel like right now that I'm back in middle school in 5th grade or 6th grade, and they're about to teach me something that I've never heard before.
Going in. Okay. Okay. Here's the offensive line. Okay. This right here is your defensive guy, your edge rusher. Okay, when you get past him and say he kind of engages and you hit a swim move and you dip your hips and bend, I'm going to try to go like this. If you can kind of like creep in like that, you got a clear shot. Okay, like here's your quarterback. You got a clear shot, and then you hit him like a ton of bricks. He doesn't know what hit him. He's getting the salt, and you know what? Hey, that's a quick way to get to the quarterback down. And if you put Jared Davis and you teach him how to dip them hips and bend, hey, we're gonna have a lot more quarterback sacks. But
Butcher's block. Yeah, he dropped 199 super tight. He says it's official. We broke Mike and Trox. I'm just happy that the strong D did not break Mike and Trox.
Hey, it's better than a soft D that breaks us.
I don't want nothing to break me.
No.
Yeah.
It's all about the hips, Trox. All about the hips, man.
Absolutely. But okay, so our next question is, and you guys, in about 25 minutes, we're gonna open up the questions to you guys. So get those questions ready. Put hashtag ISN. Either put hashtag MicroMike, hashtag Mark Orum, hashtag Antonio, hashtag Troxel, or hashtag panel, and get your questions ready, and we'll answer them. So the next question is though, what late round pick or rookie free agent will make the team? We'll start out with you, Antonio.
I should think a lot of our late round picks. I think all of our picks will make the team. Actually,
Yep.
I think Pacini gonna make it as the backup nose tackle. Actually, I really want. That's why I really want to see training camp because I wanted to see. I forget our 7th round pick from Deshaun Cornell. I want to see how he would do as like a situational pass rusher, kind of like a Deshaun Hand, but not as good. Hunter Bryant, who probably should have been drafted. He's gonna be a really good flex tight end. I would tell that dude to drop some weight though. He tried to put on weight. He tried to get to 250 to show everybody he's a complete tight end, but he's not. He's a receiving tight end. He should just embrace that role. They should get him down to like 240. Basically use him as like a big slot receiver, flex tight end. But I think most of our late round guys are gonna make it. I think Huntley's gonna make it. I like his ability. I like his ability first of all as a kick returner, like his speed. Also like his ability. He could probably be a threat as a receiver. Yep. But I kind of see all of our picks making the team, to be honest. And out of the rookie free agents, I would see Hunter Bryant making the team. And I think we got a punter from Auburn. Yeah. He used to play rugby. I seen him making the team too.
I think his name is like Sipas or something like that.
It'll be him.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Mark Worm?
Can you guys hear me now? My audio has sucked. My audio sucked all night, man. So
yeah, we hear you, brother.
It's just going in and out. Sorry, guys. Just like Antonio said, I got my high hopes for Hunter Bryant, though. That's a kid that I really liked in college, and to see him not get drafted was a blessing, I think, for Bob Quinn and the Detroit Lions. I think picking him up and having him learn from Hawkinson or Jesse James or whoever is going to be really special because I think he's going to be really good teamed up with Hawkinson. So that's one guy that I'm really keeping my eye on is Hunter Bryant, and then that Deshaun Cornell kid too from OSU. That's a guy that he was graded really high by PFF coming into the draft of 2019. He had kind of a breakout year at OSU, a lot better from what he did before. And he could play both end and defensive tackle. So I really got my eye on that guy too. Those are the two guys that I'm really going to keep my eye on because I think Cornell can really add to that D-line with him and Penasini too as a rook. So I'm excited for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. What about you, MicroMike?
I definitely see Penasini in there. I think that we really need help on that defensive line. Last year, we noticed that again, PJ Johnson did not have the ability to make the squad, but I think Penasini will just because of the lack of depth when it comes to the defensive tackle position. I think it's an individual to keep an eye on. I think Cephas is going to make the team as a wide receiver, even though the wide receiver core is extremely loaded right now. But I think with his strength, kind of Anquan Bolden-ish type of player when it comes to we want to run the football, and he's a type of player that's going to be able to block as a wide receiver. I think that's extremely, extremely individual. I think Huntley is going to make the team over Jamal Agnew. I think that Huntley is going to take that spot because he's a young guy. He's speed, but he can also play the wide receiver position out of the backfield and kick in return. And so, in my opinion, those are the guys that I would look for late round. I would like to see Hunter Bryant as well. I'm interested to see what happens here because Jesse James is in my opinion, I think he's an individual who's going to get traded for the trade deadline if he doesn't produce the way he should. And then Hunter Bryant could actually be the guy opposite of TJ Hawkinson and Isaac Nada. I think that would be a good 1-2-3 combination if Jesse James doesn't produce, in which his contract suggests he should produce this year like he did last year. So those are the individuals I'd kind of keep my eye on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the guys that I think is going to make the team is one Mr. MicroMike, who dropped the $2 super chat. Appreciate that, brother.
Hey,
Yeah,
no
man.
problem, man. That MicroMike guy is a pretty cool guy. No
Hey,
doubt
that's
about it.
facts. That is facts.
Hashtag he a cool
So
guy.
I heard.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But I think Cephas is gonna make the team. You know, I do have Jason Huntley. I do have him making the team because I think it's gonna be for a kick return. I think it's gonna be Agnew and Huntley in that receiving kicks, and that's gonna be a pick your poison. We got two guys that can hit it for home runs and get touchdowns out of it. So I definitely think that you know I think Huntley can make it, Cephas can make it. I would love to see Hunter Bryant make it, but due to having Jesse James on the team, he might be on the practice squad.
Yeah, I could see that too.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this year or if it's next year. I do got to double check the contract, but I know it's coming up shortly that we could get it out, and I think that's why we signed a Hunter Bryant. Is kind of have him, low key, stash him away, and next year if we can cut Jesse James if he doesn't do anything, then we got a guy that's going to be able to take his spot.
Yeah.
Jesse
a guy like
James
Hunter
needs to pay attention, man, because his lifespan is going to come up quick.
A guy like Hunter Bryant, though, will last 5 seconds on the practice squad, though, guys. He will get.
Well, if that's the case,
sign him.
Yeah, if that's the case, Detroit will sign him right away.
Yeah, I'm hoping, man. I love that kid.
With the bigger roster,
we always have one rookie free agent make the team, and to me, he's the clear guy that's going to make the team.
Yeah,
absolutely. The only thing that we got to keep remembering is we don't have the off season like we normally do.
I know. Yeah.
So, a guy like a Hunter Bryant gets screwed out of this whole ordeal because he doesn't get to show the team what he has. Maybe you go if we had a full off season, maybe we go and trade a Jesse James, making that roster spot open for Hunter Bryant. Things like that. Like that's a problem that I have with not having all these preseason games, not having the OTAs, the mandatory mini camps, and things like that. Because guys like that, they get screwed out the job.
Yes, sir.
And then they can't go out and try to perform for another team or audition for another team, and vice versa. Other players on other teams can't audition for us. Like I said, last year we found a Bo Scarborough. We don't get that opportunity to find these guys. That's the problem that I have. It's just like, man, I would love to see everyone make the team. But the only reason why I have a lot of these guys making the team is because they got, actual game reps. They know the speed of the game. They know a lot of different things that it takes to win NFL football games. It's not college anymore. It's not high school anymore. It's not Pee Wee football anymore. It's not flag football anymore. This is where grown men go to play football. Smash your mouth. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your kids. I don't care about your wife. I don't care about nothing. I just want to smash you for 60 minutes. And that's the bottom line. You can't teach that in practice. You really can't. So, man, I would love for these guys to really go out and try to, win a job, but it's going to be hard because, you don't have these valuable reps, and that's what I always try to keep telling and driving home in today's show is they don't have a lot of these valuable reps in order to drive it home to, make the 53-man roster or the 55-man roster.
Dropped my cell phone because I
boom
on me.
Appreciate that, brother.
Boom. Boom. When Travis gets going, and he gets rolling, and he gets flowing.
Appreciate that. I do want to ask this one question that Melamo has. I know it's a little early for questions, but he says hashtag ISN panel. Which of the former Patriots has the biggest impact? We'll start with you, MicroMike.
Derrn Harmon.
Okay.
He's going to have the biggest impact. When we lost Diggs, when we traded him away, our defense nosedived. Harmon is a difference maker. He's a fantastic player. Him being in there instead of Harris immediately is going to finally kind of solidify that back end. And we needed it because, guys, the wheels fell off. When Diggs was gone, if you see, I was upset we traded that guy.
Yeah.
And our defense just went boom. I mean, it literally went nosedive. And it is important to have two quality safeties back there because if you only got one, you see what happens to us. And so by having Harmon back there, it stops the blood that was gushing out due to the loss of Diggs.
Absolutely. What about you, Antonio Hightower?
See, this is a tough question because, like, Derrn Harmon is a big addition because Will Harris is forced into a role he wasn't really ready for. But then at the same token, Jamie Collins is probably our best linebacker now. And he could be a good mentor for a guy like Jarrad Davis, as he's not only played in this system before, but he's succeeded at a high level in this system before. And he does some of the similar things. He's more talented, but like he could help Jarrad Davis. But then, there's also Danny Shelton, who would probably offer some stability at the nose tackle spot, which Damon Harrison didn't give us because he was too busy getting, pushed around by rookie centers. But I guess I would have to go with Jamie Collins.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that one. What about you, MicroMike? Mike, you're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
The reason I was muted because I picked Derrn Harmon already, and I felt like he was going to be a fantastic player.
Right.
So,
Mike already went.
Marky Mark, what say you, man?
My guy's going to be Jamie Collins as well. This is going to be a guy that's going to come in, like I said. I tried to say earlier, but I was getting cut off because my mic is poopy. And but I like Jamie Collins to come in because I think he's going to be a mentor to a guy like Tavai, and he's going to take Julian Okwara under his wing because they play almost the same position. That's a guy that I really, really like to come in and step in as a former Patriot. That's my guy, Jamie Collins, man. That's my next jersey too, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so my biggest Patriot that's going to impact, I'm going to say it's going to be the $90 million man, Trey Flowers. He got to come in and go and make a name for himself. Show the people, hey, this is why I'm worth $90 million. That thing that you seen last year is because I was hurt. I'm going to come in this year and I'm going to drop the hammer down on any opposing quarterbacks. What's going on, Go Lions? But that's my guy. Trey Flowers, you're worth $90 million. Go out there, win your money, and go out and show the people that, hey, last year was because I was injured. Because like I believe it was Antonio that said, he was actually grading really, really high in a lot of these situations. It was just that he was injured for what, 4 or 5 games, 6 games.
Yep.
You get a healthy 16 games. Maybe he's hitting 10 sacks. Maybe he's hitting 11, 12 sacks. Getting double teamed. Opening it up for Deshaun Hand, a Romeo Okwara, or Julian Okwara, or Austin Bryant. That's another guy that's underrated. I feel like, is because he can't stay healthy. Is because he's underrated. So Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the $90 million man, not the $90 man, because that probably be me.
I'm talking about the $5 man in Melamo drop into a $5 super chat. These Patriots we got are going to make or break our defense.
Facts.
That is a question, and I think they are going to make our defense. I think that the addition by subtraction, we got individuals that did not buy into what Matt Patricia was selling. Now, obviously, we do. And so that by default is going to make the defense better.
Yeah, facts. You know, and I definitely feel like the what do you call it? The Patriots that we do got will make or break the defense. And appreciate that, Melamo, with the $5 super chat, brother. Appreciate
Good job,
that.
Melamo.
You know, but our next question, let's see. Okay, we're almost we got about 10 more minutes till your questions are going. So definitely have those questions ready for us. Is there any player you would trade for before the season starts? We'll start with you, MicroMike.
Joe Tooney.
Ooh.
Yes, we got an offensive line, but you want to know what? I want the offensive line to be a bulky, scary, guaranteed we're going to run on you. Throw Joe Tooney where Joe Dahl's at. Throw Jonah Jackson at the right guard position. Sternberg and Bo Benshaw, the backups. That's talking about an offensive line that I want to see.
That would be the real deal, man.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
Let's make a nasty Dallas Cowboys offensive line.
Yeah,
Guarantees holes are going to be open.
I like
Guarantees
that.
it. If we have an injury, Sternberg would be fine backup. And to me, we need to run the foot. That is key towards the defense. It's key towards the offense. It's key towards winning. It's key towards everything. You have to run the football. How many times do we got to preach this? How many times as Lions fans do we have to see us get to a playoffs, but we can't do anything because we don't run the football? We have to run the football. Get Joe Tooney. It forces the run game. Defensive line respects our offensive line. We win. Stafford stands up. Punch everyone in the mouth. That's the black and blue division. Kick them where it hurts. Their strong D's will be softies.
Boom.
Boom. Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey. Drop in the mic, MicroMike. Appreciate that. Antonio, what about you? Who is your guy that you would trade for?
I guess it would have to either be Vita Vea or Dexter Lawrence. Having a 3-down nose tackle is extremely hard to find in the NFL. And when you have one of them guys, not only guys like that, guys like Vita Vea, 340, 350 pounds, move like they're 300 pounds, extremely strong, extremely athletic. Vita Vea is probably the more talented one of them all. I'd rather have him, but man, they can impact the game in so many ways. They can move, they can push the pocket, they can play the run amazingly, and they're hard to, like, they're 340, 250 pounds. Built like brick houses, they're impossible to move. So yeah, because like unless you're drafting guys in the first round, like Derek Brown, Kenny Clark, hell, both of them went in the first round either. Both too. And next year, Marvin Wilson, a similar guy. Like unless you're drafting in the first round, you don't find these guys really that often. It's like one of these guys maybe a draft if you're lucky.
Facts. Like that. I love that trade. Hey, I was mad at the Lions that we didn't try to trade and trade up and try to get Vita Vea. I love me some Vita Vea last year. You know, going into the draft, that was another guy that I wanted. Or no, I'm sorry, that was what, 2 years ago. That's the year.
Yeah,
I believe we got Frank Ragnow that year.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to move up and go get him so bad. I got so mad at my TV. I was just like, man, come on now. I love
Man
me
Beast,
some
what's
Vita
going
Vea.
on, bro? Man Beast is in the house. Hey, check your Twitter feed, bro.
Absolutely, Man Beast.
Jump on.
I sent you the link, brother. But the guy that I would trade for,
Yep.
I wouldn't make a trade. Unless the only way I would make a trade is for a first round draft pick. I would trade a guy to get some first round draft picks here. You know, kind of do something like, you know, what the Miami Dolphins did. You know, kind of stacked up a little bit, got, you know, some late round, first round picks and things like that. If you're going to trade, you know, like a Quandre Diggs, a Darius Slay, guys like that, what are you doing not getting first round picks out of it? Shop them some more, shop them some more, shop them some more. Because guess what? Eventually you're going to get what you want. And that is first round draft picks.
For sure.
You know, I know that a lot of it is going to be, you know, you got to be careful because, you know, a lot of first round draft picks, then you're going to, what is that? Like strap yourself from cash. You like, because you're going to have all these guys that you're going to have to pay, you know, X amount of dollars, whatever it is at that pick. You know, I know within the top 10 pick, it's roughly around 10 million, somewhere around that ballpark and things like that. So you definitely can't overdo it because obviously you need money to do it. And if you got, you know, high ticketed players, you know, those are the guys you would trade for those first round picks because then the money would add up. But, you know, I wouldn't really trade for anybody because I'm going to try, like MicroMike has taught me since we formed the ISN, you have to trust your draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, then you cannot have enough confidence in your general manager. And if you don't have confidence in your general manager, he got to go. Because anything he makes from there on out, it's irrelevant.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Trap drop.
Grab drop.
Try.
Yeah.
I try. All right, guys. So we do have we can open it up for the subscribers to answer questions. Did everybody go first of all?
No, I didn't go, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark.
No, that's
go
okay,
ahead.
man. That's okay. The guy that I wanted to go for was Matthew Judon from the Baltimore Ravens. That's a guy that I was keeping my eye on. I know he signed that franchise tender over there, and they gave him like $16 million.
16.1.
Yeah, he's that jack linebacker, defensive end. He's versatile. He's a Patricia. Like, he would be a Patricia guy. I really, really like that guy. He literally lives in the backfield, like 30 sacks, something like that. I think he got drafted in 2016, 2017. He's already accumulated like 28, 30 sacks, bunch of quarterback hits, lives in the backfield, like I said, and he'd be a great addition. I would actually try to get him, but I don't know if he's still available, but he signed that tag, so you'd have to give up something really nice to get him. But that's definitely a guy that I would go for if I was Bob Quinn.
Okay. I
Another
love
person
that.
I'd love to trade for.
Who?
Amir Fumbula.
Yeah, and do what with him?
Football.
Look, man, we got to turn the ball over, and he's good at that. Call him Amir Fumbula.
I'll pass.
Well, if you want to get picks, don't go to Never Lawson.
No, never land Lawson.
That is facts. What's going on, man? Beast.
What's going on, bro?
What's good? Bumbling.
Bumbling and jumbling, man. Beast Morris, man. Who would you trade for, bro?
Who? What you mean? Who I trade for?
Yeah.
Like, if you got to trade anybody, who would you trade
What's
for?
good?
Fumbula. Would you trade for Amir Fumbula?
Absolutely not. I ain't trading for him.
Who would you trade for, man? What player would you trade for to help this team out?
Absolutely not. Can't trade for him. He's a disaster.
Okay.
He's the worst running back we had in the past 10 years.
Oh, that's facts.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
I mean, he's the GOAT, man.
I made
Coughing him up.
I made a statement on Twitter, made sure I said his name. Fuck
Would you trade for Lakin Tomlinson?
Nah. Nah. I'm straight.
Okay. Well, guys, you run the show. You ask us any question, do hashtag ISN or do hashtag our names or do Man Beast's favorite player of all time, Lakin Trash Juice. So
Trash juice.
Hey, Lakin Trash Juice got that strong D.
Man.
Oh man, there we go again.
The wind blowing, a whiff of the wind will knock him over, literally.
Oh, so then he got the soft D then.
Yeah, I remember watching his pro day. His pro day, he didn't look like he was strong on the anchor. I don't know, is he strong now on the anchor? But back then he didn't look that strong on anchoring like pass rushes back then, and you could see it on the field if you watch his film.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Derrn did say he would trade for Jarrell Casey. Would be a nice pickup if we could trade for him.
Jarrell Casey.
Is it muted?
Yeah, from the Titans.
Tennessee
I'm
Titans.
trying to find the button.
Well, not. I think he with the Broncos now.
Oh, is he?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, is
Yeah, I think
he?
he got like
Okay.
traded. He got traded like or something like this offseason.
Ooh, that's a huge addition for the Broncos. You know, that's another team that's underrated right now is the Denver Broncos. They had a solid, good offseason, and a lot of people aren't talking about them and the Arizona Cardinals. Shout out to TA for putting people up on the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah,
Trade Dave Burkett for ISN.
that's hilarious.
They need to trade the whole Detroit Lions, media, in my opinion.
Yep.
Oh, that's facts.
That's facts. That's facts on facts.
I can't stand Carlos Menares. I can't stand that guy.
Oh,
he's annoying. He's extremely annoying. Carlos.
I dog Carlos Manure all the time, man.
Facts.
Man, every time I see him, I just really wanted to just go through my computer and go through the video and just strangle him. Like, he irritates my soul.
I hear you, brother.
His voice is annoying. He act like he trying to be like Mike Valeni or something. I don't know, man.
He got too much of Mike Valeni.
Yeah, he's trying too hard. He's trying way too hard to be Mike, man. That's for sure.
And even Mike Valeni more positive on the Lions than he is. And that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Jorge asks, hashtag ISN, we're all football fans, yet if we're Stafford knowing the season has a real risk of COVID-19 contraction, would you stay safe at home with your newborn or play and risk getting the virus?
Play and risk getting the virus. I think it's inevitable at some point, guys. At some point, look, man, it's just going to happen. I think my brother got the COVID. People I know got the COVID. I think the way that things are going around is people are just going to get it. I know that sounds bad, but to me, it just seems like we can't stop everything. If we stop football, I don't know, man. I won't be in a depressed mood. I want to see some football.
Hey, your boy's going to be taking up some MMA because I'm going to have some pent-up frustration.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I want to see some foosball, and I want to see it quick.
Some foosball.
That's facts on facts, man.
Man Beast, would you have Stafford stay at home with the newborn or play and risk getting the virus?
He should stay at home with his kids. His kids always gonna be priority number one, regardless of sports and anything like that. If it really comes down to it, he stay on with his kids. So
Okay. What about you, Mark Orum?
Well, obviously, family comes first for sure, just like Man B said. But like Mike's saying too, it's the inevitable. You're going to have to face it sometime down the road. I don't know, man, because these guys start dropping and stuff like that, and it's going to be really sad. But it's kind of a tough. It's kind of a tough question to answer. I can't really give you an answer. Like, he should stay home with his kids, but like if there's nothing going on right now, just continue what you're doing and just hope and pray for the best, and just be with your teammates. But if something goes down, like a player gets it, then you obviously got to stay home with your family, right? So that's how I feel.
Okay, absolutely. What about you, Antonio?
This is a tough question because on one hand, you stay on with your family, but on the other hand, I mean, you're getting paid by the NFL. A lot of your teammates are going back. Trey Flowers himself said, and if they say I can come back, I'm coming back. So, like, how are your teammates going to look at you after you make a decision like that? Like, sure, they're going to understand the family, but then they also going to understand that you're probably our best player, our highest paid player, and you're not there. It's a tough coin. I would play the football. I would just play the football and risk getting the virus because, like, I don't know how much longer Matthew Stafford has at this point. So right now, I'm trying to get all the money I can before I can retire, and then I'm gonna have the rest of my life to stay with my kids as long as I don't have anything serious happen to me. Yeah,
like Major League Baseball too. There's already been a guy, Mike Leake, who's a pitcher. He's already said that he's not going to report and play the season this year. He just because he's his family and stuff. They had to sit down and they talked it out, and he decided that he doesn't want to play baseball. It's too risky. So these guys are actually doing it. So it is a legitimate question. So
absolutely, wow,
yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I just read that today. He's a pitcher in the majors. I think he pitches for Cincinnati Reds. I'm not too sure, but he just decided, you know what, man, I'm not going to report to camp. I'm not going to start the season. I'm just going to sit this one out. I'll see you in 2021. So athletes are doing it.
Yeah,
it could be a snowball effect, right? Oh God, Mike, what are you doing?
I just lost my head, man.
Mike's disappeared, man. It's tripping me out, dude.
I know, it's crazy, man.
No, but it's legit though, man. It's a bit legit, Trox. It's really happening, man. It's
absolutely
crazy.
Absolutely. It's a scary thing, and
yeah.
I don't want to be the one to make that decision. I mean, he's definitely going to have to sit down with his family, with his teammates, and really come out with something that's, beneficial for both sides. Like, okay, if Michigan starts getting on lockdown and things like that, maybe I'll sit out for a little bit. Maybe I'll play. But, I know Matthew Stafford, and he's the type of guy that's going to say, as long as I got breath in my lungs, I'm playing.
Exactly.
So it's a tough question.
It is. It's tough.
We got Onepridenation says hashtag ISN. Would you trade for Matthew Judon?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's the one.
No. I'm going to just say no.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, man, that's the guy that I was talking about earlier from the Baltimore Ravens. I would 100% trade for a kid like that, man. He could play defensive end, linebacker. He does it all. Lives in the backfield, like I said. Gets to the quarterback, not just in sacks too. He had like 33 or 34 quarterback hits last year. He's a really good football player. A guy that was drafted late too, like 4th, 5th round, and now he's making that money. and I think he'd be sweet in Patricia's system. So he's that versatile kind of linebacker DN that he'd be looking for.
Absolutely. What about you, Antonio?
Ooh.
So this is tough for a couple reasons. Because one, the Ravens, they blitz the most in the league by like far. Actually,
Dang, what's going on? It's just breaking up.
so like
I
yeah,
don't know, man. It's crazy.
they blitzed a lot. He dropped in coverage a lot, and he looked pretty solid there. But then, like when you come into sacks and pressures and QB hits, how much of that is from him his hand in the dirt, rushing from a standing position or something like that, or him coming off of a blitz? You know how you. That's just like because they blitz the most in the league by like far. They had one of the best secondaries in the league. They had a pretty good D line. So like, it depends how much he's going for. And I'm pretty sure he's about to come up for a contract.
Yeah, he's on a franchise tag for $16.1 million.
Yeah, he just signed the franchise deal.
Man, I'm gonna say no because I don't think we got the money in the budget next year to afford him.
Okay. Man Beast, what about you? Would you trade for Matthew Judon?
I don't know. I don't know who we should trade for him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I can't even give you an answer on that one.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of with the guys that say, you know, I think it's going to be a little bit too much. I know we're going to have around 58 million if the cap goes up the same amount as it did last year. We'll have around 58 million open up. But if with COVID, you know, it might be a little less. So, you know, I don't want to strap ourselves and kind of plan still for next year as well. So I'm going to definitely say no. And it's just due to the unknowing of COVID. And if we're going to be able to get that, you know, that pay scale increase for next year.
Okay, you're leaving your boy on an island. Okay, that's all right though. No, I know.
No, I mean, if we get the 58 million, absolutely, I'm gonna go get him. You know, you go get him, re-sign Golladay and re-sign Decker. I'm good
for sure, man.
You know, and then use your draft picks to plug any the rest of the holes.
Yeah, for sure.
Melomo comes out, says hashtag ISN panel. What game scares you the most, and what game would you like us to run the score up? We'll start with you, Man Beast.
What'd you say? It broke up. Like the voice was breaking up on my end.
Oh, what game scares you the most, and what game would you like us to run up the score?
The game that scared me the most is that Titans game, man.
That does scare me the most. You know what scares me the most? Week 1, the Chicago Bears, because we have to win it. We got to win it. We have. I'm not scared of the team, but we just got to win it. We have to win it. If we don't win it, I'm gonna be mad. I don't like being mad.
It just broke. It just kicked me out. Like,
Mid sentence too. You're like Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
The Titans, man. We had never beaten them since they became the Titans, bro.
Yeah. Okay, what game would you like to run up the score?
Week 1 against the Bears.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
What?
Yes, man.
100%, man. Yeah, that's.
I want to put up a 50 burger on them.
Facts. What about you, MicroMike?
I wanted to run the score up on the Packers, so we can't get officialed again. Because I'm tired of this of getting officialed, man, and they're screwing us out of games. You got to run up the score on those guys because Sharon Rodgers could cry, and then the referee's gonna be like, okay, and then hands to the face and all this BS. I want to run the score up on that team. I can't stand that team. I hate the Packers. I hate Darren Rodgers. I hate those guys. I hate Lambeau Field.
Tell us how you really feel.
I hate you, handsome face. Screw you. We're gonna run the score up on you, clowns. I'm tired of you, Rodgers. I'm tired of you. 13-3. You guys ain't no 13-3 team. I want to punch you in the face and knock you out with a good 30 burger upon your 0 score. Let's go.
Woo!
Facts. Boom.
I hate
Hey.
that.
Them two. I want them to run up the score on the Packers too. I can't stand the Packers.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I don't know who I hate more, them or the Bears. It's about time to me. I hate both of them teams with a passion.
Absolutely.
I hate the Packers. God, Sharon Rodgers, here, touch me. Here's $50 penalty. Shut up.
Antonio, who would you?
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna beat though. You gotta run up the board.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry.
Oh, you all good. Antonio, who would you want to? What game are you scared of, and what game you want to run up the score?
It's probably that Saints game. That Saints team is talented. They got a top 3 O-line. That defense is crazy. They got Drew Brees, who is falling off, but they still pretty talented. What game I'll run up the score the most? Oh, that's tough. It's between Tampa Bay and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is too overrated for me. Plus, I would love to run the score on Ndamukong Suh, but I just want to run the score on Minnesota because of what Laquan Trevorrow said last year. That's all I want to run the score. He disrespected the Lions last year.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when he said that easy win. Yeah.
Man, the Laquan Treadwell should not be talking.
Hey, is he still on the roster?
Dude,
I don't even know.
Ole Miss.
He's horrible.
Do we even know what a football look like?
I don't think he does, man. For real. Laquan Treadwell? Unbelievable. I can't even believe that guy said anything. That's unreal. Guys like that talk, man. Come on, man. He needs to shut his mouth. But I'm afraid, I don't know, the week 1 scares me the most because just like Mike said, it's a game that's a must win. You got to win, man. And I'd love to see him run up the score on the Cardinals in that revenge game. We have to do that, man. We had those guys beat. We had an 18-point lead going into the 4th or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Late into the 3rd. And then we just, did what we did there. I consider that a loss, actually. So not a tie. I would love to see him just beat up on the Cardinals, man, because they deserve it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The game I'm scared about the most is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the game I want to run up the scoreboard on everyone else. I want to run up the scoreboard on everybody else because you know why?
Yeah.
If you run up the scoreboard, you ain't got to worry about officials. You ain't got to worry about taking an L. You ain't got to worry about giving up a lead. You ain't got to worry about none of that because guess what?
Sir.
You went and took care of business. But
I want to choke punch Aaron Rodgers.
That's fact.
Man, I want the Lions to just completely 3D him through the damn field and shit.
For sure, man. Choke slam him.
Absolutely. Andrew Lunsford says #ISN. Do you think Justin Herbert will do for the Los Angeles Chargers this season?
You already know who this is going to. You see, this is an Oregon Duck jersey. Why? Because I'm an Oregon Duck fan. Justin Herbert's not going to start the season, but he's going to finish the season. He is the most underappreciated quarterback in this last draft. You're going to see why. He does remind me of Matthew Stafford in so many facets. He's got the big arm. He's more athletic than Matthew Stafford, a little more athletic than Aaron Rodgers. And people say for whatever reason he thinks he's better than like a stubborn type of person. He's not. He's extremely a humble type of guy. I think that they got themselves a really good quarterback, in my opinion. And you're not going to see stats-wise because he's not going to start, but he's going to be a really good quarterback for them. Justin Herbert from Oregon. He does remind me a lot of Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to chime in on it?
Oh, I want to chime in on this.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think Michael Mike's gonna like what I'm about to say. Not a Justin Herbert fan at all. Man, I do not like that guy. To me, he's the second coming of Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh,
woo!
the athletic, big arm QB who just couldn't do anything else. But at least, Trubisky only had 1 year. Like Herbert had 3 years of just not being that good.
Breaking his heart, bro.
He needs to improve a lot of things, like his accuracy. He needs to improve the way he reads defenses, how he moves in the pocket. Like he has the athleticism, he has the arm. He just doesn't have anything else. And when he needs to be more consistent with his accuracy, because he's like the second coming of Jameis when it comes to accuracy, because he'll throw one on a dime and then he'll throw one to the stands, hit the cameraman in the face the next play. But then the problem is he plays for the Chargers, who that O-line is not good. But he got to beat out Tyrod Taylor, who is a pretty solid QB. So I don't think he's really going to play for them this season, actually.
Yeah.
Unless Tyrod gets injured or he plays really bad.
Yeah. Because
I'm gonna say something about that. I think Herbert will start eventually, and I don't like Tyrod Taylor like that. He's not the guy. Like he failed as a Raven, he failed as a Bill, and he failed as a Brown. And you expect him to come in and just light it up?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think at the beginning of the year, I think it'll probably be Taylor.
Like Baker Mayfield did for Cleveland, starting over him.
Yeah. So absolutely. You want to chime in more on that, Mark?
Yeah, I just wanted to say Tyrod Taylor will probably get the start at the beginning of the year, man. You might see like a Herbert come in week 4 or 5, but the Chargers are actually a pretty good ball club, man. They got a lot of good weapons over there. So I think if you like Herbert, though, he reminds me of Josh Allen. He's kind of reminds me of a Josh Allen type guy. He's, good athletic. He runs well, but his arm is erratic, but it's strong. He's almost like a clone, I would say. Just not quite as athletic, but pretty athletic. So I don't know. I can see Herbert starting down the road, and they got some pretty good weapons in LA. So I don't know. I think he'll do all right, but who knows?
Adios, guys. I got to get off. I will see you guys on Thursday. The One Pride podcast is on my channel. Adios.
All right, Mike. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
And
well, I'll be back though. I gotta go get this food.
All right. Well, you want to have
brother.
your closing statements, because we are going to wrap it up.
Go Lions, man! Don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me.
That is facts. Hey, if you guys are not subscribed to Man Beast Moores, definitely do so. He's a Detroit Lions and Detroit YouTuber. Great content. I love, especially. Hey. It's about to get interesting if the picture is all dark, and it's about to get good. His rant videos are one of the best ever. When it's dark, I got to get my popcorn first before I watch it, because I know it's gonna be good. Because it's gonna be saying what everybody's been yelling for on the TV.
Man, yeah, them videos, them Lions videos, like, I'd be so sad. I'd be almost wanting to cry. I don't want to show my face. So, yeah.
Hey, but you guys definitely go ahead, subscribe to Man Beast More. Great YouTuber, great person, even off of YouTube. So definitely go ahead and subscribe to him as well. Antonio, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah, it's fun being on the show today. I was talking in the chat for a while. They kept telling me on the show. I was like, all right, had to get on the show. I dealt with some technical difficulties at first, but eventually I got on. But yeah, it was a nice show. I would like to be on whenever y'all can have me.
All right, definitely let the fellas know. And it was a pleasure having you on here. And my bad about being late, you guys. I do want to put that disclaimer out there. But Mark Orum, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah, man, it was a great show tonight, man. Sorry about my audio a little bit there. Trying to come at you guys with some good videos, man. I like to do my draft grades. I want you guys to subscribe to everybody on the panel. We have a good time here, and go Lions, man. Go Lions.
Absolutely. And I will let you guys know on Thursday, I will not be on the One Pride podcast. I will be actually taking a vacation.
Nice.
I have not taken a vacation in quite some time, so I'm going to be out for a few days, and I'll be back on Tuesday for the One Pride podcast. And, but with that being said, shout out to Noble Sports Entertainment. Congratulations on 7,000 subscribers.
Awesome.
Definitely want to send a shout out to the Gridiron Blitz, the Derrn, and everyone on the panel. But with that being said, you guys, I love you guys. Wash your hands, stay safe, practice social distancing, especially if you want sports to come back, and wear your mask. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
See you later.